In the fast-paced world of racing games, one title managed to carve its own unique niche. Today, we'll embark on an exploration of the game that not only defied expectations but also reshaped the entire landscape for the racing genre. The game that I'm talking about is Need for Speed ProStreet. Released in 2007, ProStreet didn't just break away from the open world format. It was a deliberate shift towards a more organized and competitive racing experience. The decision to move away from sprawling cityscapes brought forth a deliberate effort to create more immersive and strategically challenging gameplay. This departure from the series' roots was met with a mixed reaction, and ProStreet's calculated risk became a defining moment in the history of racing games. It was a declaration that the franchise was ready to evolve beyond its established norms. Now, let me give you an overview of the storyline for this game.
Oh yeah, check it out. There's Ryan Cooper in that green S13. He's been on fire today.
I don't know about this Cooper guy.
One of these drivers could be the next street king, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody beats the king.
In Need for Speed ProStreet, Ryan Cooper is the main protagonist and player-controlled character. The game follows his journey as he rises through the ranks of the street racing scene to ultimately challenge the showdown king, Rio Watanabe. At the beginning of the game, Ryan Cooper is a skilled street racer with a passion for speed and competition. However, he starts as an underdog and must work his way up, participating in various racing events and defeating different street kings in different racing disciplines. The 4 different racing disciplines are grip racing, speed racing, drag racing, and drifting. Each street king represents a specific racing style, and beating them is crucial to progressing in the game. Ryan's journey involves aligning with different racing orgs such as Rogue Speed, G-Effect, Noise Bomb, Nitrocide, and Battle Machine. These affiliations provide access to different events and challenges, allowing to earn recognition and build reputation in the racing community. As the narrative unfolds, Ryan Cooper's ultimate goal is to challenge and defeat Rio Watanabe, the Showdown King, in various race modes. Rio is portrayed as the ultimate driver, a master of all 4 racing disciplines, making him the final and most formidable opponent in the game. The player guides Ryan through a series of races, upgrades, and challenges to prepare him for the ultimate showdown against Rio, and solidify his status as the new Showdown King. Throughout the game, players have the opportunity to customize and upgrade Ryan's cars, choosing from a wide range of performance and visual modifications to enhance their racing capabilities. The story of Ryan Cooper in Need for Speed ProStreet is centered around his progression from an unknown racer to a formidable force in a highly competitive world of organized and structured racing. Now that I've explained the main story of our protagonist, I now want to talk about the different race types and the core mechanics of each. Now let's talk about the drift race mode. In Need for Speed ProStreet, the drift mode features specific game mechanics designed to simulate and challenge players in executing stylish and controlled drifts. Here are some of the basic mechanics associated with the drift mode. The player's performance during a race determines how many points they receive, which includes their finishing place, drift score, and drifting skill. One can get 4,500 points for placing first, 3,000 points for placing second, 1,500 points for placing third, and 750 points for placing fourth. 100 points are awarded for utilizing nitrous drift, 250 points are awarded for long drift, another 250 points are awarded for high-speed drifting, and 200 points are awarded for keeping on the course while drifting. The scoring system in drift events in ProStreet are scored based on the points earned by executing drifts. Points are awarded for the style, angle, and speed of drift. Players aim to accumulate the highest score possible within the given time or over a specific section of the track. The drift angle is achieving a high drift angle while maintaining control and scoring points. The greater the angle of the drift, the more points are awarded. In terms of speed, drifting at higher speeds can contribute to a higher score. However, balancing speed with control is essential to avoid spinning out and losing points. The combo multiplier is chaining consecutive drifts without losing control. Increases in a combo multiplier amplifies the points earned for each subsequent drift. Maintaining a continuous drift without interruptions is key to maximizing your score. Line and control. The game evaluates how well players maintain a proper racing line while drifting and how well they control the vehicle during slides. Staying on the designated course and avoiding collisions with barriers and other objects contributes to a higher score. Performing different types of drifts, such as power slides, handbrake turns, and transitions between drifts, can enhance the variety of your drifting style and lead to more additional points. In terms of tuning for this race type, players can customize and tune their car specifically for drift events. This includes adjusting suspension, tires, and other parameters to optimize the vehicle for controlled slides. During the drift event, many vary in terms of layout, obstacles, and conditions. Players need to adapt their drifting technique to the specific challenges posed by each event. In the drag event type, players race against each other along a straight course that is either a quarter mile or a half mile in length. The first participant to cross the finish line is the winner. The drag event starts with a burnout. Before a drag race, each competitor has the option to preheat their tires. In order to spin the tires, players must accelerate their car to the ideal RPM range. When the total amount of grip achieved rises, the ideal RPM rate changes. There is a sub-event categorized under drag racing and is the wheelie competition. The wheelie competition is what the name implies. During this event, two players will have a quarter-mile drag race, and whoever gets the longest wheelie distance wins. In this event, crossing the finish line first doesn't really matter. The next race type is grip. The grip race type has the most subsections out of all the race types, with them being grip race, sector shootout, and time attack. The grip race is a classic track race format, where up to 8 racers take part in a race split into 2 teams, with different performance classes and having 4 racers each. The other subsection is sector shootout. 8 racers take part in a race split into 4 sectors, with points awarded based on their time through each section. The next type of grip event is time attack. In this event, 7 racers race to attempt to achieve the fastest lap time on a closed race course with a set of number laps. The next race type is the speed challenge. In the speed challenge, players race with up to 7 other racers on a closed race that goes from A to B. The courses are generally designed for players to hit high speeds. The next subsection of speed racing is top speed run. In top speed run, players race with up to 7 other racers on a closed course from A to B with several checkpoints along the route that record each driver's speed. The main key takeaway with the speed challenge is being able to control your car at these high speeds. If you go out in the dirt a little too much, you may hit a pole or roll your car over, which will then total it and make it unusable for the rest of the race day, unless it's repaired. Now that I've explained the different race events, I now want to touch quickly on the health of each car in these race events. Each car has a repairable health that can be restored with the use of damaged car repair makers, cash, or total repairs. Sponsored by Progressive. The different damage types are light damage. Light damage is the damage that affects your performance in a minor way. Cash-wise, usually it can be repaired and it won't really set you back a lot. The next damage type is heavy damage. It is recommended to save your repair makers for heavily damaged cars due to the fact that it will cost a lot of money to fix. Performance is greatly impacted when a car is heavily damaged. The final and last damage type is totaled. Your only choice if your ride is totaled is to fix it using a total repair maker, which you can obtain by selecting the reward card for it following a successful race day. If not, your vehicle is destroyed and cannot be fixed with money and vanishes. Naturally, there's a trick. After you wreck a car, exit the game and restart before the race gets saved, but that's kind of cheating. The next thing I want to talk about is customization. Customization has always been a cornerstone for Need for Speed games, and ProStreet took it to the next level. From visual modifications to fine-tuning performance, players had unprecedented control over their cars. It wasn't just about winning, it was about expressing your style on the track. In Need for Speed ProStreet, a novel car customization system is introduced. Each car comes with a set of blueprints that encompass unique configurations for both performance and visual aspects of the vehicle. Once you've installed the parts on your car, you have flexibility to fine-tune them according to your preference, offering a plethora of options for both performance and visual components. Autosculpt, a feature returning from Need for Speed Carbon, now comes with a unique twist in ProStreet. This time around, each auto-sculpted part has a direct impact on your car's performance. For instance, enlarging the vents in the bumper can enhance downforce, and similarly adjusted can be made to other components. The auto-sculpting option includes bumpers, hoods, spoilers, roof scoops, and wheels. It's worth noting that auto-sculpting spoilers, roof scoops, and wheels don't influence the car's performance, however other parts do have a noticeable effect. To observe these changes in real time, a new wind tunnel feature has been introduced, along with a performance bar displayed in the lower half of the auto-sculpt menu. When it comes to visual customization, you can transform your ride into a personalized masterpiece by installing a diverse range of visual parts and employing auto-sculpt to add distinctive touch to your car. The different customization options for visual elements include paint, wheel paint, vinyls, decals, bumpers, hoods, spoilers, and roof scoops, and also wheels. With the flexibility provided by these parts and the creative potential of auto-sculpt, you can redefine the appearance and performance of your car, making it both faster and visually stunning. When it comes to performance upgrades, you can elevate your car's performance with an array of performance packs, including engine parts, suspension components, turbos, transmissions, nitrous packs, and the list goes on. The impact on your cars grow with each higher level installation, categorized into 5 levels: stock, level 1, level 2, level 3, and lastly level 4. You can fine-tune each part by adjusting settings in the tune menu, followed by dyno tests to assess the changes and update the blueprint to capture the enhancement and dive into thrilling races. Additionally, level 4 parts can be acquired through using the cheat code Unlock All Things, or earned as a reward after achieving victories in race days as you progress in your career. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is the Street Kings. Firstly, I want to talk about Carol Monroe. Prioritizing professionalism and meticulous preparation, Carol Monroe attributes her absolute dominance on the streets with these qualities. So she is affiliated with Rogue Speed, has the position of Drag King, and drives a Ford Mustang GT. The next king is Ray Krieger, the Grip King. retired from grip racing in the early 90s, Ray Krieger remains open to suiting up if faced with a true challenge. He is affiliated with G-Effect, holds the position of Grip King, and drives a 2008 BMW M3 E92. The next Street King is the Drift King, Aki Kimura. Aki embodies the spirit of the samurai in his drifting, displaying clean precision reminiscent of the perfect sword strokes when handling corners. Aki is affiliated with Noisebomb, holds a position of Drift King, and drives a Mazda RX-7. Nate Denver, the Speed King. Nate's exceptional driving skills propelled him from a small-town upbringing to conquering speed events worldwide. He is affiliated with Nitrocide, holds the position of Speed King, and drives a 1965 Pontiac GTO. Last but not least of the Street Kings is Ryo Watanabe, the Showdown King. Ryo stands as the final boss and the current Showdown King to be defeated. Ryo isn't affiliated with any group and holds the position of Showdown King. He drives a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo X. While ProStreet didn't achieve the same level of commercial success as some of its predecessors, its impact on the racing game genre is undeniable. The game marked a significant departure from the open-world illegal street racing format of its predecessors, introducing a more structured and organized approach to racing events. ProStreet's emphasis on realism, with its detailed car customization options and inclusion of dynamic auto-sculpt feature, set a new standard for authenticity in racing games. Moreover, the game's focus on organized racing events such as Street Kings and Race Days laid the foundation for future titles to delve deeper into competitive and structured gameplay despite its commercial performance. ProStreet's contributions to advanced realisms, customization, and organized racing have left a lasting impact on the evolution of the racing game genre. As we reflect on the legacy of Need for Speed ProStreet, we recognized it as a milestone in the evolution of racing games. Its unique approach, commitment to realism, and emphasis on customization have left an enduring mark on the hearts of gamers and car enthusiasts alike. The Need for Speed may be timeless, but ProStreet demonstrates that the path to victory is paved with innovation and a willingness to embrace change.